All right, all right, all right. Good morning, guys. This is Takoya Carlton, and of course, we're super excited this morning. We have an incredible guest, and as you can see, the smile on my face, my cheeks are hurting right now. We're ready to get started. But again, guys, real quick, as I said before, my name is Takoya Carlton. I help struggling entrepreneurs and individuals by creating tools and a custom roadmap to gain more clarity and achieve real-time success. And of course, we've got one of the best, the cream of the crop, the drip of the drop, whatever you want to say, guys. He is it. And so again, real quick, if we could bring on DrStan, aka Dr. Breakthrough. Good morning, sir.
Well, good morning, Takoya. Man, I tell you, it's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure to be here with you. As a matter of fact, Dr. Benjamin May said it best. He said, I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. I didn't seek it. I didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it. Give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but an eternity is in it. And I'm glad I've got a couple of those minutes to share with you and your audience. And first of all, let me say thank you, man, for what you do, making a difference in people's lives, pouring value into people's lives. I mean, we need more people like you. So I'm going to call you the brother like no other. I'm going to call you the master disaster. Can't say it no faster. Too strong to be weak, too sweet to be sour. You can't take credit as all God's power.
Now, listen, I want to go ahead and throw this in real quick because I messed up. I forgot to have your music ready because, I mean, every great speaker as yourself needs a theme song, Hey, but, we'll work on that for the next time. But again, listen, I appreciate you taking time out because, listen, I understand who you are, and what you do and what you bring. And I know that sometimes, when you have someone of your caliber, again, I was nervous. And of course, because I know your greatness, and we spoke about this last week, you said, listen, brother, all you got to do is introduce me. It's over. So I appreciate you for definitely having my back. And as you said earlier, yeah, I'm definitely prior military, so I'm on it, man. I like to dot the I's and cross the T's. But real quick, if you could, just so our audience knows who we have live with us this morning, if you can kind of just tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from, and how you became Dr. Breakthrough.
Well, again, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. And for every one of you out there, let me just say, make this an incredible day. I'm going to give you something I believe that's going to change your life forever. So I grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. My dad left when I was 3, never came home, never called, never sent mom a dime. At 6 years of age, I was out in the middle of a field playing. And if you can imagine a 6-year-old boy, I mean, it's just, first grade, right? So it's like, I'm just out there playing and a gang of teenagers. And Takoya, I don't know if you ever had it where your body gave you a signal that something bad's about to happen, right? And all of a sudden I was like, something bad's going to happen. And I was so afraid I froze in my track. I literally was paralyzed. Now, here's what I like to say. Instead of being paralyzed by your fear like I was, you need to learn how to be propelled by your fear, like what happened later on when a dog chased me. Come on, somebody. I mean, you can run real fast, and thank God. But here's what I'm saying, but I was paralyzed. And these guys hit me in the stomach, man, knocked the air out of me. I'm trying to, and they start beating all over. I'm a 6-year-old boy. I'm crying for my mom, crying for help. And they start beating all over me, and they pick me up, slam me on the ground, literally start stomping on me like I'm an ant or a roach and kicking all over me. And by the time I'm bleeding from everywhere you can bleed, you would think that was enough. But that wasn't. They flipped me over on my back. I'm face up. They took a great big old bucket of tar, poured it on my face, poured it on my body. They took a bunch of feathers. They threw them on me, and they left me there. Literally almost suffocated. Thank God somebody found me, rushed me to the hospital, got me taken care of. But I've been through sexual abuse, obviously verbal abuse. One of my mom's boyfriends beat me with a steel choker chain for a dog and a fiberglass bone arrow set. So obviously the physical abuse and just my life was just a mess. And I tried actually to commit suicide on 2 occasions. And I always tell people, I'm glad I failed. Right? I mean, I can laugh now, but I'm glad I failed. I mean, what if I'd have succeeded like so many people? Maybe you're out there today and maybe you're feeling in a hopeless situation. I'm telling you, I am now living not just the life of my dreams, beyond my wildest dreams. And so listen, my friend, there's hope. Don't give up. Just hang on. By the way, HOP, hope. Hold on, pain ends. Come on, somebody ought to write that down. Hope, HOPE. Have only positive expectations. See, we use hope in a very careless way. We use hope like a wish, but in the greatest book ever written, the word hope literally means a well-founded, well-grounded expectation of the future. See, hope allows me to live today as if tomorrow were yesterday. Oh, come on.
I love it. I love it.
So I want everybody out to have hope. And my main message is simple. Every master was once a mess. Therefore, every mess, okay, some of y'all, okay, maybe you're not a mess, you're mediocre. Okay, that's but every master was once a mess. Because by the way, I got some family members, they call me Stank, right? Instead of Stan, they call me Stank. And my wife said, why do they call you Stank? And I said, I guess because I used to stink. And now here's the deal is when I was a little boy, but guess what? I don't stink anymore, but they still call me Stank, right? So what I'm saying is every master used to stink. Okay, anyway, every master was once a mess. Therefore, every mess or mediocre person can one day be a master. And that's what that's what he's doing. That's why he's bringing you value like this. So listen, you might be a mess right now. Your business might be in a mess right now. Your relationship might be in a mess right now. But I got good news for you, my friend. Every master was once a mess. Therefore, every mess can one day be a master. And here it is. Are you ready for this one? And when a mess becomes a master, you now have a message that if you market to the masses, you can make millions. And that's my story.
Nice. You know, and
let me throw this in real quick, by the way. I never called myself Dr. Breakthrough, by the way. And I got to give a disclaimer. It's Dr. Breakthrough. I can't provide the breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. But when people follow my breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides the breakthrough they desire and deserve. And a breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. So Willie Jolly and I were speaking at Howard University many years ago. And he said, Dr. Stan, he said, branding is everything. I know you got a PhD in martial arts. I know you got a doctor of divinity. And I know you're like a few credits away from a doctor of naturopath. He said, but branding's everything. Dr. Stan just doesn't have that ring to it. He said, you need to be Dr. Breakthrough. He said, man, I've watched you, when you break those boards and bricks and lay on nails on all the kind of stuff. Like, for instance, here's a picture of one of my books. You can see on the front cover where I write things on bricks like fear, procrastination, and doubt, and low esteem, and no money, and being average, and all that. And I break these things, demonstrating that with enough practice, you can break through the hard things, right? So he said, you seem to have had more breakthroughs than anybody I know. You explain breakthrough better than anybody I know. And he said, you demonstrated. So he said, from that, so you should be like a person goes to the doctor, he writes a prescription. When they need a breakthrough, you're the guy with the formula. You should be Dr. Breakthrough. I said, well, Willie Jolly, I appreciate that. Very kind of you. I don't know if that's true, but I will promise you one thing. I will live the rest of my life to make sure it is. And it just stuck, my friend. And so now
that's a mission. And that's a mission that you're continuing to build upon right now. And of course, I know you're impacting so many lives. And really right now, I know there's some folks right now who this year was not the year for them, or they claim that themselves. And so if you can speak on that for that person who went through this year and really doesn't know, what 2020 holds for them, right. That there could be better and there's much more out there for them. I mean, speak to that person right now.
Well, first of all, again, let me just say again, we're facing times that's never been like this before. I mean, and there's no reference point. I personally lost 4 income streams, all right? But guess what? Because of the breakthrough mentality and mindset, I established 7 new ones. Oh, come on, somebody. As a matter of fact, Takoya, we now have partnered with another type of marketing system, another business platform that literally I just started working 7 days ago, and I'm right at $7,000 in 7 days. Now, I know I'm kind of a beast, but what I'm saying is this, though, my friend. I'm telling you if you have the right mentality. So I'm going to give you a few things that's going to help you, but I want to say again, for those of you, I understand you're hurting. Man, when this thing first hit, I'm Dr. Breakthrough, and I was having to break down. Wow. Right? I was like, because my whole life, listen, you got to understand. Well, first of all, I've been blessed to speak in all 50 states and 28 countries, and that's what I do. I travel and speak at businesses. I preach in churches. I'm also an evangelist, right? Mm-hmm. So my whole life is traveling and speaking. And when COVID hit, it was like every engagement has to be canceled, rescheduled, but so canceled. So when I don't speak, I'm not getting paid, right? When I don't speak, I can't let them know about my different books and stuff. When I don't, so I'm saying it was like, it ain't like I was like, oh man, there ain't nothing, I can handle this. I was like, okay, let's see here. And I know some of you, again, we feel for some of you because some of you have been hit with COVID-19 from the standpoint, not just financially, but relationships. Some of you have lost some people. And all of us have lost some things. We've lost freedom. We've lost, some people are disillusioned even still. And even with the craziness going on, even after the election and everything else, and our country being more divided and so on, things are happening. I mean, it's so here's the thing, my friend. Here's the thing. I go back to one of my mentors because, see, that's the secret, the easiest, fastest, most reliable way of mastering any skills, having mentors. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I go back to one of my mentors. So I was talking to Mr. Bill Bailey, who mentored Les Brown in the early days, and also Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn is the foremost business philosopher. Matter of fact, Takoya, I'll send you a picture. I just, how Facebook Memories brings up pictures. And I just had a picture when me and Bill Bailey and Jim Rohn were speaking together out in Montana at a spiritual retreat. And of course, they now both have gone on, but anyway, so I was with Mr. Bailey. And so I said, Mr. Bailey, sir, could you tell me about the worst day of your life? He said, Dr. Breakthrough, I never had anybody ask me that. I said, sir, I know how to handle the good ones. I need to know when the bottom drops out. I need to know what, what did you do? I said, tell me about the worst day of your life and what you did. He said, well, again, nobody's ever asked me that, but he said, the worst day of my life was when I lost $12 million. How much you had 12 to lose? And so I said, Mr. Bailey, well, what did you do? I said, one day. He said, one day.
Wow.
I said, well, what did you do? And what he said changed my life for the rest of my life. And here's what he said. He said, I talked to myself and I thought to myself, you did it before, you can do it again. But when you did it before, you weren't as wise as you are now. You didn't have the experience that you have now. As a matter of fact, when you did it before, you'd never done it before. So now, if you did it before without ever having done it before, you can do it easier and with less effort now because of, and when he was talking, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so good. and so he said, and I did it. And you know what, my friend? Ever since he told me, that's the important, what if I hadn't paid? Now, again, it was thousands and thousands of dollars of tickets in the coaching program. But what if I hadn't paid? See, here's what people are thinking. People are thinking, well, spend money on this, spend money on that. No. See, when I married my beautiful wife years ago, my ABCD, I call her my adorable brown caramel delight. Come on, somebody. Matter of fact, we were out eating yesterday. I took her out. And so the lady, I was telling her, I said, church service, the preacher was talking about how, the Lord is the best thing that ever happened. And I said, well, this right here is the second best thing that ever happened. And that's marrying my wife, my ABCD. And then when she said, oh, I said, yeah, I call her my adorable brown caramel delight. Anyway, we joked around. So she's like, so she's like, y'all must just got married. I was like, no, we've been married a while. She's like, okay. Anyway, but what I'm saying though is this though, when we got married many years ago, she said something that changed my life. She said, baby, and this is worth writing down. By the way, here's one of the things I say. Dr. Breakthrough says, note takers are money makers, and the weakest ink is stronger than the strongest memory. But not only are note takers money makers, but action takers are bigger money makers. Who wants to be a bigger money maker? Come on now. So watch this. So here's what she said. It changed my life forever. Almost like Bill Bailey changed. This changed my life forever. Woman's beautiful, but more than beautiful, she's more beautiful on the inside as well and brilliant. She said, baby, and imagine now marrying this beautiful woman, and you know how it is, man. I'm ready to pay the rest of my life. I gladly pay, right? It's worth paying. And she says to me, we don't ever want to spend money. I was like, whoa, I hit the jackpot. She said, we don't ever want to spend money. We only want to circulate money.
That's powerful.
It was powerful, but I said, what is that? That sounds great. But baby, what does that mean? And she broke it down. She said, when you spend money, it's gone forever, never to return. She said, but when you circulate money, it goes out and it comes back, a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. And she says, as a matter of fact, when we circulate our funds, we want it to come back with babies. Oh!
That's hot right there.
Yeah. So guess what? So that's why when I first heard of Mr. Bill Bailey, I was like, where can I get his stuff? I want to buy his coaching pack. I mean, even like you, Takoya, I've got a 21-day breakthrough challenge, and you circulated funds right away into that challenge, right? You're a wise man. So anyway, so I circulated that money. If I hadn't circulated that money with Bill Bailey, what it cost me, it'll cost me 100 times more on the lessons, the money that I would have missed out on if I hadn't learned that lesson. Because I would have been like some other people that when things hit them, they go down and stay down. Like Zig Ziglar, I recently spoke for his staff again recently. Of course, he's in heaven now, but Zig said, he used to say, it's not falling in the water that makes somebody drown, it's staying in the water. Right? It's staying underwater, right? And so here's what happens. People get knocked down. That's not what destroys them. That's not what takes them out. It's when they just stay down. They just give up. They just like, I mean, I've been tried so many times and it's like never going to work, right? So if I hadn't circulated the funds on that coaching session and then was able to ask him and get that powerful word of advice. As a matter of fact, it was a couple years later, I was talking to a multi-billionaire. And I asked him the same question. He said, well, nobody's ever asked me that. I said, I know. So he told me about when he lost $400 million. Wow. $400 million. He said, but you know what but here's one of the things he told me though, family. I said, well, what helped get you out? He said, faith, and folks out there, y'all want to be writing this. This is what I got from a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, Bill Farley, by the way. But the Hanes underwear and he owns a network marketing company, a bunch of other things. Anyway, and won the Horatio Alger Award. By the way, Bill Bailey did this as well. So he said faith, and then he said family changed everything for him. So again, faith goes back to what Bill Bailey, if I did it before, I can do it again. If I lost it, I can find it or recreate it, right? So he said, having that faith that can help you to be resilient. The word resilient it means like to bounce back, right? And so he said, then family. He said, the power of family was this. He said, see, in the business world, I only have respect from people if my business is booming. But with my family, it doesn't matter. They just love me for who I am.
Right.
And so he said, what happens sometimes, you have to get it'll help rebalance you and help you get recentered and realize the importance of family and that you have this support system, right? And I know some of you, unfortunately don't quite have that, but thank God, if you could create that, right? And that's what we've done. And by the way, my acronym for family, FAMILY, forget about me, I love you. That would change everything. Family, forget about me, I love you. So I told my wife, if we're going to fight, let's fight back to back. We fight not with each other, against each other rather, but so here's the thing. And I say, if we do fight, we make up right away. By the way, I told her, if you ever try to leave me, I'm leaving with you. She said, big boy, if you ever try to leave me, I'm leaving with you too. I said, let's make an agreement. She said, what's that? If we gonna leave, we leaving together. If it's that bad, we both getting up under this. But anyway, so family and faith. And so folks, you got to have faith. You got to believe. And that's the powerful thing again of what's happening here. When faith comes by hearing. So when you hear words of inspiration, when you hear words of encouragement, when you hear these words. So I understand Corona has hit hard. I understand that. But guess what, my friend? You got a new year coming up, 2021. And guess what, my friend? So you got to revigorate, renew your faith. If you have family, you got to get recentered, spend that family time. Like my wife and I, we prayed together yesterday on the knee, but we also went for a walk, right? And oh, by the way, was at the restaurant. The lady said, "You want any dessert?" I said, "No, ma'am. I bought my dessert with me, 100% natural." She right. All right, man. But again, that would help you though. Let me just throw an extra point in there. You got to learn to laugh. The greatest book ever written says a merry heart do a good like a medicine. There was a guy named Norman Cousins who was going to die. They told him he was going to die years ago. Now, this is a long time ago. Some of you young whippersnappers, but so you won't understand some of this. But he used to watch some clips of Candid Camera. I'm really dating myself. Candid Camera. Y'all don't even know what that is. Okay, but then he hired some clowns to come in his hospital room and keep him laughing. Because again, he read that promise in the word, a merry heart do good like a medicine. And so literally he kept himself laughing. And guess what? He ended up walking out of the hospital. The doctors told him he's going to die. Walked out of the hospital and he wrote a book called The Anatomy of an Illness, subtitled How to Laugh Yourself to Health. And guess what happened? Later, they did studies and they started to find out that when you laugh, especially a belly laugh, it helps to open up your endorphins, which has medicinal purposes. So in hard times like this, you got to have faith. If you got family, you got to depend on family, but you got to have some fun. That's the third F, the fun. Come on, somebody. You got to learn to laugh. You got to learn to not to take this thing too serious. Hey, this too shall pass. By the way, trouble never comes to last. Trouble only comes to pass. But guess what? We keep it because we keep rehearsing it. Stop rehearsing it and listen, my friend, and learn to reverse it. And that's what we're talking about. Okay, let me breathe.
All right, good stuff. Woosah. Right. But you know what? You're giving so much great value. And I know there's a lot of people right now, even if they're not listening right now and they catch the replay, they're going to grab and retain so much value from you. I mean, it just oozes out of you. So again, I appreciate you for the time. And so if we can, I know you got some things going on with your business, the Breakthrough company. And of course, I would love for you to promote, what you have going on, the 21-day Breakthrough Challenge, or, what you got going on right now as far as your books or anything like that right now.
Well, first of all, let me just say again, I want everybody to support this brother. Takoya, again, man, there's so much negative news out there today. There's so much negativity and division and strife and all this. And what you're doing is you're adding a positive voice. You're doing something proactive that can help people get a turnaround. And as I say, a breakthrough. Come on, somebody. So folks, you need to look this man up. You need to follow this man on social media. You need to support what he's doing. You need to hit the like, hit the share. There's the website right there. Go there. Is it Takoya? Am I saying it right?
Takoyo.
Forgive me. Takoyo, right? Takoyo Carlton. And go there, because TakoyoCarlton.com. That's what you ought to go check him out. I'm telling you, my friend, some great things there. And again, appreciate you, man. Again, what you're doing for the world. And it's like one guy that was on the beach and they saw these sand stars, and so the guy picked it up and threw it in. Starfish, threw it in. Picked up and threw it. The guy said, "Man, you can't save all these." He said, "I know." And he picked up one, threw it in. He said, "But I just saved that one." Picked up another one, said, "But I just saved that one." So what you're doing, you're making a difference in people. So again, just one person at a time, one family at a time. So we may not be able to do everything. And see, that's what stops some people, Takoyo. Because they can't do these big things, they don't do anything. But if you just start doing the small things, like, oh man, okay, here we go. See,
don't hold back.
People say Rome wasn't built in a day, and Dr. Breakthrough says, I know, but Rome was built daily. See, it wasn't built in a day, but it was built daily, and you got to just do daily. Muhammad Ali is one of my favorites, and Bruce Lee, obviously, as you can tell. but by the way, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's why they call me Dr. Stan Lee. Okay, no, okay. but hey, I'm getting healthy.
Contain yourself. I got
you. So I'm telling you, though. You are in. You don't understand this. Muhammad Ali said it best. He said he'd wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, work out, and he said he would say to himself, "Suffer now," because his body didn't want to do it. But he'd say to himself, "Suffer now, and live the rest of your life a champion." So here's the way I put the Dr. Breakthrough spin on it. And Tokoyo, is it okay if I give them the Dr. Breakthrough spin?
Please do.
Okay. Here's what I do. I'm out working out, my body here's what I say. Suffer today and live the rest of the day a champion, and then wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. See, because success can never be earned. It can only be rented, and the rent is due every day, baby. Come on, somebody up in here. Y'all, I'm dropping it like it's holy up here. Okay, so but I'm telling you, that's what you got to do, my friend. And so I've developed programs. For instance, my book, Your Breakthrough is Guaranteed. Just this alone, my friend, 7 Simple Steps to Your Success. Les Brown endorses the book and wrote it as well. But guess what? See, you were genetically encoded to experience breakthroughs. I'm just going to read a little part so y'all can understand. You were genetically encoded to experience breakthroughs. It's part of your very DNA. Your very first breakthrough was when you beat over 40 million sperm cells to the womb and broke through the walls. You beat them all. You came in first place. Your second breakthrough was when the water broke and you came through the birth canal. You may not have been aware of it until now, but you were designed by the Creator, Almighty God, to be a breakthrough master. Now, the challenge has been issued. Do what you were designed to do. Break through every barrier that tries to hinder you from your success. This is your birthright. This is your destiny. In my book and 21-day breakthrough challenge will give you the simple step-by-step formula you've been looking for. So now is the time to break free from procrastination, from fear, from making excuses, from doubt. You will no longer be stuck, but rather free to succeed. I know you're not supposed to point, but mama's not here. You are unstoppable. You can only be deceived into thinking you can be stopped. So I'm telling you, my friend, what took me, here's the question they always ask: physically, verbally, sexually, racially, every kind of abuse. What took you from that to being voted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame? What took you from that to being voted into the Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame? What took you from all the way from there and being a mess to building a team of 1.5 million people with a business? And as a matter of fact, I had $22,000 days. What took you? Okay. Would you like the answer?
Yes.
Our time is up. We can't. Okay. Okay. Here it is.
No, we got a little bit more. Come on now.
We used to watch the Batman, and it would stop right there and say, "Tune in next time, same time." So I was going to say, "Tune in next time, same breakthrough time, same breakthrough channel." Oh, I might have to use that one. Okay. So here it is. So I've heard this statement. Les Brown and I were speaking in the UK. And by the way, he said information costs, but it pays for itself 10 times over. I thought that was powerful. Also, he said, don't allow other people's negative opinion to become your reality. I thought that was powerful. And then he also said this. He said, if you want to be a speaker, come to me. I'm your guy. If you want to learn about marriage and stuff, don't come to me. I'll mess you up. He said, I've been divorced 4 times. So if you come to me, I'll probably mess yours up too. Now, why is that important? Because my respect went for him 10 times, because some people don't understand a mentor in one area may be a genius expert, but another. So he was letting people know, hey, look, come to me for what I'm good at. Don't come to me for other stuff. Well, I'm the breakthrough expert. I am the authority on, like Les Brown. We had a challenge last week where I told people the #1 motivational speaker in the world, Les Brown, connected with the #1 breakthrough speaker and facilitator in the world, Dr. Breakthrough. Oh my goodness, I paid to show up for that. Matter of fact, I showed up just to hear myself and hear less of myself. Anyway, but here's what I'm saying though. But when he said that, it was like, wow. And so I want you to understand about having a manifesting, not just a mentor, a manifesting mentor. And a mentor, by the way, is someone who can see in you sometimes what you can't see in yourself. A mentor is one who you haven't been, done some things that you'd like to do, and listen, but also can empower you to do the same. Because here's what I teach. If you believe like I believe, and if you do like I do, what happens for me can happen for you, but because I'm not the standard, it can happen even better for you. That's my desire. That's my prayer. And that's why I put together the 21-day breakthrough challenge. In a nutshell, I heard us say this: the greatest speakers are the ones who can take the fewest words and make them go the farthest. Did you get that? The fewest words make them go the farthest. So what I did is I took 43 years of my life and distilled it down to the 21 most powerful things that changed my life, right? Like, you know how some people say about what's the 10 top books that you read that changed your life? Okay, I took the 20. If you want to know what took me from where I was, I took the 21 main principles, and then I painstakingly condensed it down to 3 to 5 minute videos. So all you have to, it's scripturally, strategically, and scientifically designed to guarantee you'll get one or more breakthroughs in 21 days or less. It's like hit something with a hammer. They say you can hit it up to 100 times and nothing happens, a rock. And the next time you hit it, it breaks open, cracks open. And so I just hit, and I was like, boom, starts up. So I'm telling you, my friend, again, 43 years distilled down to 21 main principles. Each of those distilled down to 3 to 5 minute videos. And guess what, my friend? You would expect to pay thousands and thousands of dollars, but guess what? No, I make it for only $297. But Takoyo said, Doc, but this is Corona season. Is there any way you can give my folks a discount? I was like, man, okay, yes. So instead of the already, by the way, I've made as much as $47,000 to speak 1 hour, and I get $500 an hour just to do coaching in business. So you're talking about this, my whole life distilled to 20. I'm giving you my 21 greatest secrets, and I distilled it in just 3 to 5 minutes. I mean, you can be listening to these while you're driving to work every day, or listening to these while you're drying off after you get off. I mean, it doesn't take much time. Everybody's busy, but you don't be too busy for your next breakthrough. Ooh. Here you go. Go to the website, 21. You see it on the 21step challenge.com, 21stepchallenge.com. And all you got to do is put in a coupon code. Now it's going to say $297, but because you saw me here with Carlton, because you saw me here and the brother intervened for you, kind of come on. Watch this. You go to 21stepchallenge.com, you click on coupon code. You got to do this, and it's going to take the $297. By the way, let me stop for a minute. How many of y'all love discounts? Me? Okay. Anybody else? How about if we gave you a $200 discount? So the coupon code is YEP, right? YEP, like you expect prosperity. How many of y'all expect prosperity? You know, YEP, that's the coupon code, like you embrace prosperity. See, I'm hugging myself. Come on, hug yourself. Hug yourself. There you go. So you embrace prosperity. And then YEP, you experience prosperity. That's what this is designed. So right now, go to www.21stepchallenge.com. Set up your free account, click on the 21-day challenge. The coupon code, enter YEP. It doesn't matter whether it's all caps or all small, and it's going to knock it off. And you'll have only $97.97, and you'll get access to this. By the way, I had a guy 9 months ago, took the challenge, had all kind of breakthroughs. Every month he starts over again and does it. Wouldn't this be a great way to start the new year? Wouldn't it be? So yeah. I'm going to tell you about one person real quick, and I'll turn it back to you, sir. And that is this. I had a lady, and I'll make sure I'm going to send you the testimonial. Maybe you can post it in the comment section. But this lady in her marriage, 40 years of marriage, they had a marital breakthrough. But then because of their marital breakthrough, they came together and made a decision together. And that doing that decision together resulted in $120,000 check that she said she was deposited. So she said, Dr. Breakthrough, I'm taking your challenge again. I said, woman, I'm taking my own challenge again myself. If you're telling me, she said, but that's what it produced. I had a guy that didn't even have, he said, Doc, I appreciate the discount and everything. He couldn't even come up with the money, the full amount. Can I do payments? And so he inboxed me. I was like, okay, I'll work with you. And before he finished the challenge, he manifested a $5,000 check from an unsuspected source. So he paid me what he owed me. He said, I'm buying anything else you got.
Oh man, nice.
That's the result. And lastly, I'll say this. You'll have a bumblebee breakthrough. What's a bumblebee breakthrough? See, aerodynamically, it's impossible for the bumblebee to fly. His body is too big in proportion to his wings being too small. But because the bumblebee doesn't follow aerodynamical laws, he believes he can fly. He just flies anyway. And when you take this 21-day challenge, things that they've been telling you your whole life you'll never be able to do, what you've been telling your own self you'll never accomplish, my friend, you're going to have a bumblebee breakthrough. You're going to start doing stuff that supposedly was impossible. So, my friend, it's your turn. It's your time. Come get your breakthrough. Go to 21-Step Challenge, 21stepchallenge.com, and put the coupon code YEP and get this powerful training. I promise you, it'll change your life.
Good stuff, sir. We appreciate you doing that for our listeners. And of course, we look forward to, at some point this next upcoming year to have you back on. And hopefully some of those folks who went through the challenge, the 21-day challenge with you, can share some of their breakthroughs. So again, we appreciate you. And we're going to go ahead and close it out right here. But I want to give you one last, note that you would like to leave to our listeners. Something that they can end this year with and then go into next year with. And so, again, I send it back over to you, sir.
Thank you. The most dangerous people are not the ones who hit you with clubs and rob you with guns. The thief won't attack your character traits nor belittle your abilities to your face. It likely will be a well-meaning friend who merely crushes your will to win. No, he doesn't rob you a pointed gun. He simply says it can't be done. And when pointed to others who already are, he smiles and says, but they're better than we are. Personality-wise and abilities too, they're way ahead of what others can do. And it matters not that his words are untrue for that others must know you. So you're robbed of your hopes, your dreams to succeed, robbed of the faith that makes you believe, and left to doubt if you ever achieve. So the deadliest of people is not he with a gun, but he or she who tells you it can't be done. For that taken by burglars can be gotten again, but nothing. I said nothing can replace your will to win. My name is Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough. And when you go to 21stepchallenge.com and get your breakthrough package, listen, not only do I know you win, I believe it's going to be an incredible and the greatest time you've ever had. Takoyo Carlton, brother, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. And we thank you again. It's been a pleasing pleasure to have you on. And of course, we look forward to all the successes that are coming your way. And of course, by association, coming our way. So with that, guys, again, Takoyo Carlton here. I help struggling entrepreneurs and individuals by creating tools and a custom roadmap to gain more clarity and achieve real-time success. So with that, it's been a pleasing pleasure. I look forward to seeing you guys at the top, from the top, over the top. Take care, take charge, and we'll talk to you soon.